Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Steve Callaway. And Grandma Mery has a new site on TikTok, MOSARZ.M, MOSARZ.M, and it's on TikTok. And it's because she had some issues with her other site. I think something about getting locked out and all this kind of stuff. So never being indecisive. She not. She's over here now, made a new site, okay? So it's something to try to keep up with. And I don't know if that means there's going to be no more postings on the other site or not. But if that be the case, there is one TikTok on the other site I haven't done yet that I'm aware of. And I may go over there and do that one just to complete the set. I don't know what the future of the other site is. Maybe it's just going to lay there, somewhat dormant. But maybe there's a chance they'll able to get back on it at some point in time too. But anyway, we got some brand new TikToks over here on the new site, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8 as usual, 8, 16, 23 brand new TikToks. So we're gonna do probably all 23. I'll be doing 3 separate videos so it doesn't get too long. Okay. We've got, I don't know how long each one of these are. Some of them are very short. Some, some can be a couple, 3 minutes long. It depends. And I'm seeing a variety of things here. So that's nice. I like a nice variety of stuff. So let's take a watch. And while we're going to go, we might as well just start right at the beginning here and we'll work our way down. So we're going to do the top row on this video and then we'll continue on with the other videos. So let's get busy. Quit talking about it, Steve. Let's do it. Okay.
I'm Mitchell.
So that's very short. But anyway, it's James Corden. I think everybody pretty much knows who he is. Okay, I know he's a celebrity of some type. I don't watch TV hardly at all, other than like YouTube videos and movies. By the way, hope you guys like my new haircut here. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like I don't know what. Okay, there's hair sticking way out the back. It looks like you can set your coffee down on that, and I'm not sure what's up with that. But anyway, my hair is very. They used to call it frizzy, I think. Frizzy or stiff today for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it's like, ooh, I can't even get my finger sure now. That's bad. It's not like brush. Yeah, see? And I'm going to fix it right now. Watch. Beautiful. All better. Okay? Not really. Okay, what a mess. I am definitely not going to go try out to be a fashion model or anything. Well, actually, it might work because it's different, right? So, yeah, James Corden. See, I'm competing with James Corden in this video. That's why I got all... wanted to make sure I was marking my spot here. So we've got the 3 beautiful ladies in the background. Grandma Mery, of course, Angelina and Juliette. And then James Corden, and I'm not sure what the whole thing here is. That's pretty much all it says. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Let's see what we got.
Ladies and gentlemen, the historic Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. The stage where the king of rock and roll Elvis Presley performed some of the greatest songs ever, Suspicious Minds, Love Me Tender. Proudly presents the Queen of Jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, the historic Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. The stage where the king of rock and roll Elvis Presley performed some of the greatest songs ever, Suspicious Minds, Love Me Tender. Proudly presents the Queen of Jazz. Ladies and...
Okay, so that's another short one. It's got Juliette and Angelina there, of course. I don't know who's on the camera, but it's probably either Grandma Mery or her mom. They're always close behind. And yeah, just a little blurb about the upcoming concert. The ticket sales haven't been what we had all hoped. We all hoped it would be sold out on the first day, and it didn't happen, not even close. and they've been lagging a little bit. But I hope that hopefully there'll be a lot of walk-ins. You know, it is Las Vegas. People go there to gamble and have fun and whatever and cut loose. And sometimes they don't really necessarily book show tickets ahead of time, but they have a lot of visitors there, and you know, they come in. I mean, I've been out to Reno and Tahoe, and I didn't book shows either, but I went to quite a number of them just to have something to do on night instead of gamble and walk around the casinos, you know. So that is that. So what's kind of nice about this too, you know, it's nice to point out that Angelina, when she takes that stage on the 29th at the 7 o'clock show, she's walking in the path, the shoe steps of like Elvis Presley, for example, who spent 7 years there in residency and performed not long after he performed his last show there. He did a few other little gigs where he sang some songs, performances, but it was only, what, 8 or 9 months after he left what was then the International Hotel, which is now the Westgate, that he passed away. And it's, you know, one of Angelina's influences, and of course he's the king of rock and roll, and there's so many fans that are just still to this day dedicated fans of Elvis Presley, and I can understand that, you know. He had for a whole generation and beyond that, he left an indelible mark. And not only that, it's been pointed out to me in the comment section that, you know, all this stuff he did as far as human rights and charity stuff and all the other things that he did. He moved rock and roll from a sideline act over right into the mainstream of American music. And he may have been responsible for that entire the entirety of rock and roll being shifted from, you know, just a little genre over into the mainstream. So because of his, he was a great singer, great performer, great entertainer, but he was very charismatic, and you know, when he talked or anything like that, people listened. And he usually had that little smile, that little smirk going on. I mean, he was a guy you could not like him. Okay, he seemed like a really nice fella. And when you know about his upbringing and all that kind of stuff, he just seems like a genuine guy. He's an American story, right? So, what's not to like? Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, listen, I think I was thinking there was other words in there. And, you know, it's part of history, right? So he spent his last part of his career right here at this hotel where Angelina's going to be performing. She's going to walk the same path that Elvis walked. I think she's probably going to take the same route to the stage that Elvis took. And there's a little spot in this hotel where they made like they've done some remodeling and stuff, but they saved this one spot. Like, apparently Elvis used to stop there before every performance. And over 600 sold out shows, by the way. So he stopped there a lot. And he would stop there and just say a little prayer before he went out on stage. So something else to like about Elvis. Now, does that mean he was an angel and a perfect guy? None of us are. Nobody. Okay? The only one that, if you were believing whatever your beliefs are, there may have been at least one walking the earth that was perfect, but you know, that's up to debate too, I guess, amongst different beliefs. So I'm just going to leave that there because I don't want to bring politics or religion into the station any more than I have to, or into my channel. But to move on with the story, so Angelina's going to be probably, I don't know for a fact, but I think she might be walking that path. She may stop there too. I don't know. Who knows? And what they did was they showed a video where the place where they stopped, I think they got a little plaque on the wall, and they had remodeled and they had changed the floor type. I think in the whole thing, except for that one area, it was like an old wooden plank floor. And they preserved that just the way it was. That's pretty cool. And if Angelina steps on there before she goes out on stage, man, I'll tell you what, if that's not history, she's got to be so unbelievably delighted with all that, okay? That she is walking the same path as one of her people that were strong influences in her singing. It's incredible. It really is. Makes me emotional just thinking about it. That my granddaughter, Angelina Jordan, who's not my granddaughter in real life, she's my pretend granddaughter, is doing that. I'm so proud of her. Okay, she deserves it, and I can't think of anybody else that deserves it more, right? So let's go ahead and watch the more videos before Steve talks too long, which has already happened. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's just a beautiful little video there. Angelina and Juliette walking in the rain in this beautiful garden area. I'm not sure where that is. It doesn't really say, give me any hints, but it could be at the Westgate. The Westgate has a lot of, it's a huge hotel, and it has a lot of outdoor area that's part of the hotel. Pools and places to walk and relax, and it's quite, looks very beautiful. I've never been there. I've never been to Las Vegas, honestly. I've been to a lot of places. How I never got to Las Vegas, I couldn't tell you, but I've never been there. So let's move on, see what else we got here. Let's finish it up here. Hang on, then I'll talk. In so many ways, Juliette is like a typical child her age, but she really isn't, okay? And when I say that, I mean like she's full of energy, enthusiasm at times, other times stubbornness, you can see it all in Juliette. And the other thing is, there's never food far away. There's always something to munch on. And and she seems to have an extremely varied diet, which is kind of unusual for most kids her age. Most of them, they want food, they want this, a particular thing. They may get stuck on it for a while, then move on to something else. But they're very fussy sometimes about their eating habits. But it seems like Juliette, we've seen her try some pretty weird food. I'm not even sure I would try on some of her. They've been all over the world, so they get to experience all kinds of things. What a wonderful life to be living, and a wonderful life to experience. And Juliette is growing up into another beautiful young lady, and whatever she decides to do in her life, I'm sure she'll be able to accomplish. She's got everything that could go in her favor, I think, is going in her favor. So that's a good thing, right? So let's move on to the next video. More beautiful scenery. It's a rainy day. Okay, so more beautiful gardens, and this may be at the Westgate. I don't know. I don't know where this is. It doesn't really say. But the hashtags are Mery Angelina, MOSARZ, and Arts in this one, because we don't actually see anybody. So there's nobody else to put in there, I guess. But something I was born and raised in the Finger Lakes region of New York State, which is, if you're driving it, it's probably about roughly 6 hours from New York City, which is, depends on where you go in New York City and which route you take, but about that. And it's about the same amount of distance to get to Boston, give or take an hour. The traffic there is pretty bad, so it depends on where you're going in Boston. Maybe 7 hours is a better estimate, or 7.5. I know it took me about 7 hours to get to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is near Boston. It's about an hour away maybe. Again, depending on where you're going and which way how you're traveling. But yeah, and we're not that far from Buffalo, which is there's a border crossing there into Canada. Toronto's not that far away from us. You can drive that easily in a day, 4, 5, 6 hours maybe. I don't even know exactly, but it's not that far. And yeah, it only takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get to Buffalo from my house. And there's Rochester and Syracuse nearby. But why am I saying all that stuff? I'm trying to promote the area a little bit here. I'm on the tourism council, okay? And one thing I've always liked about, I don't mind the change of seasons. They all have their pluses. Most of them don't have too many minuses except for the snow thing. If you don't like snow, well, the winter months are tough then, okay? And it's cold sometimes. Today, it is February 23rd, and today outside, I'm looking at my weather thing on my phone right now. It's 51 degrees Fahrenheit. 51. That is like the middle of summer, okay? I mean, it gets up in the 80s and 90s in the middle of summer, but 51 degrees in the middle of February, you got to be kidding. Now, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, we had the coldest February on record for this part of the country, our area. And it was, I think the average temperature was something like 2 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 2 degrees above zero. But remember that in Fahrenheit, 32 degrees is freezing. So it's 30 degrees less than freezing, okay, which is way cold, okay? Throw a little wind in there from time to time, and it is tough. It's tough. But, here we are down the road here a couple of years, a year or two. I don't know, maybe might have been 3 years. Time flies when you're having fun. And it's 51. And it's been fairly mild February, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. We can have snow. We have had snow many times on Mother's Day, which is May, somewhere in the earlier middle part of May. And, so we got March and April to go through before we get to May. March is notable for, it says come in like a, what is it? Come in like a lion, go out like a lamb. So it comes in and, it's not unusual to get even a blizzard in March where we'll get a foot or two of snow. It's happened many times. It doesn't stick around long, but it does come. And then but it starts getting progressively warmer at night, which is nice. Then the snow starts to melt and, then the trees start to bud and all that kind of stuff. So, and there have been, April, you never know what you're going to get. That's a mixed bag. Not unusual to have snow, wet snow, that kind of stuff. But it's going to get warmer soon, so it doesn't really stick around that long. And May is typically a month when it's really getting to be springtime and things are starting to green up a lot. So right now, the reason why I brought that up is right now I'm looking at these beautiful flowers, these beautiful plants, wherever this is. If it's at the Westgate, it's at the Westgate. If it's somewhere else, it doesn't matter. But I'm looking out my picture window out front here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Here, let me turn the camera. Hey, all you can see is glare. Okay, well, that's what I thought. Unfortunate. It's brown. Basically, it's brown. It's like a light brown, tannish color. The grass is all dead. The trees are all no leaves on them, except for the conifers, the pine trees and such as that. There are a few of those across the street. But as I'm looking up the hill, it's all just dead grass and bare trees. So it's kind of brown. It's a little drab, It is winter. But the wonderful part is in the spring when everything starts to bud and all the birds are singing and things are happening. That is beautiful. Fantastic. And then, of course, you get the summer and you never know what you're going to get in the summer. It could be hot around here. Usually not that hot. But it does get hot. And last year we had a really bad year for boating because the weather reports almost every day were way wrong. You plan a day out on the boat and it says you're going to have bad weather, then you cancel your plans, right? And then it would be a beautiful day. Then the next day it would say it's going to be a beautiful day and people would show up to go out on the boats and it would turn into a storm, And it was just an awful year. That was of all the years I've worked at that marina, that last year was the worst year for, we'll call it weather reporting, or the weather was such a big factor in people not being able to get out on their boats very often. That's a shame. And actually, they could have been out a lot, but you couldn't predict, you couldn't get the right information. So, anyway, Uh, let me get off of that. Let's watch another video. That's one we just saw. Oh, I'm going the other way. That's why. That's nobody's fault but mine right there.
I want egg. 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 I want egg.
Oh, it must be breakfast time.
I want egg. I want egg.
Now the hashtags say Mery's Imani, Mozart's, Art, Aries, and Athena. I think this is Aries. I don't know. Aries and Athena look an awful lot alike. Of course, they're related. Maybe that has something to do with it. They got those great big beautiful doe eyes, those brown eyes, and they're just beautiful little babies. You know. Let's. Like I said, even though she's demanding eggs, she has the face of an angel. How do you say no to that? Man, I'm going to go out and start squeezing some chicken so I can get some eggs for breakfast, okay? Let's watch again. This child is just angelic and beautiful. And you can already see it, I don't know what you call it, a charismatic personality. Just, there you go. Open the door to the world, man. It's all there, waiting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if how many more are in this row? 2 more, okay. I don't want to go. What happened? No, not that. No, I don't want that. Okay. We're back to Oh, nice looking rainbow there. Boy, that's tough to catch that stuff on film too. That's actually extraordinary. How beautiful is that? It's almost like the rainbow's like making the clouds orange. But I think it's got more to do with it being like a sunset. Somebody over here in the comments has mentioned sunset. But it doesn't stop the rainbow. It goes from one side to the other. You walk right over there and touch it. Maybe. Beautiful picture. Okay, let's check out the last one on this row.
Write this down.
Yeah, no.
Because it's
So it's just half
Yeah, that was
so
the thing
that
yesterday.
holiday in the head.
ja. Där räckte inte I need love.
So, before that, what's the lyrics?
Lonely times.
Yeah. it basically just head voice the whole last outro. Just like the Writers Brothers. Så den originale.
Originale. La oss
Vil du høre
høre
på den?
Ja, har du den der, eller kan jeg finne den her?
Yeah, my internet is really bad.
Det spørs hva vi får gjort i dag, og eventuelt hva vi får gjort innen mandag.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
But if there's something we can find out now that we can call through, we can do that too, and I can just tell the orchestra. So, yeah.
no.
Okay.
So I need them to play like that, and then I'm gonna do something on top of that. On that.
Okay, that we don't have. So. It's an easy fix. We can just.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not. Just play it.
And you guys shorten that part. So
Yeah,
we can
that's-
just restart.
Yeah.
So I just need to write this down
Yeah, no
because it's
So it's just
Unity.
half. Yeah. Yeah, that was
so
the thing
that
yesterday.
halve den är helt ute.
Ja.
Fine.
Det är rätt inte. I need
So before that, what's the lyrics? Yeah. Oh.
Rett i den delen der.
And then I'm gonna sing for you that part. So
Yeah.
So, yeah, see, it basically just head voice the whole last outro. Just like the Writers Brothers. Så den originale.
Originale. La oss
Vil du
høre.
høre på den?
Ja, har du den der, eller kan jeg finne den her?
Yeah, my internet is really bad.
Det spørs hva vi får gjort i dag, og eventuelt hva vi får gjort innen mandag.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
But if there's something we can find out now that we can call through, we can do that too, and I can just tell the orchestra. So, yeah.
no.
Okay.
So I need them to play like that, and then I'm gonna do something on top of that. On that.
Okay, that we don't have. So. It's an easy fix. We can
That's
just.
what I'm saying.
But it's not.
I'm tearing up at a backstage working out details on Bohemian Rap, or Unchained Melody, and because this song gets me every time, and this is one of many of Angelina's songs that gets me every time, but this one for some reason is particularly hits some chord with me. I don't know what it is. She's not even trying, and she's making me cry. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We get to witness, we get to watch. They're filming us. She's backstage working with these guys to get it right. And how she wants it. And she knows what she wants. And she's also leaving room in there for her to, oh, look at that hair. Ooh, get the weed eater out, man. She's also leaving room to improvise, and she just says it right there. you know, I'm gonna put some stuff on there or whatever she said. You know, it's like, yep, we know you will too, and whatever it is going to be genius and perfect. You know, every time, and. How amazing is this? Boy, this is a nice one to wrap up this row of TikToks, I can tell you that. This is awesome. So, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And see, we went through 8 TikToks. Most of them were just, you know, scenery and stuff like that. Not, you know, nothing there that's earth-shattering. And then we get to this one. This is earth-shattering, okay? Watching Angelina work this thing out and then singing a little bit. It's just... Those are the little things we hope for, the little golden nuggets in the diamond mine here. So let us move on. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks so much. I really love these videos, man. All right. We'll see you guys then in the next one. Bye-bye.